We're still struggling to clean up the mud and the damage left by recent floods. As you guys can see right here, some of those Mingo County flood victims, well, they're expressing concern that West Virginia hasn't received a presidential disaster declaration while neighboring Kentucky has.
Yeah, Eyewitness News reporter Bob Aaron explains state officials are confident that declaration will come, but the feds say it's still a work in process.
The second worst flooding on the Tug River for Williamson and Kermit have left damage and a mess that Mingo County will be dealing with for months, if not years. The National Weather Service Tuesday found trouble ran deep.
Some of the high water marks we've got were 8, 10, 12 feet high. So it's significant impacts, particularly for those folks that lived along the Tug Fork.
Earlier on Tuesday, more than a week after the flooding, with their personal belongings stacked up alongside the roadway or filling dumpsters, some people were wondering why it's taken so long for a disaster declaration, or at least a show of concern from the president. Even in a state where vote totals show Donald Trump's popularity is unexcelled, a flooded river coupled with what a homeowner says was a blocked city drain can kick in some anger when 1.5 feet of water comes into your house and people across the river in Kentucky have that disaster declaration and you don't.
No, I don't think he's a president for the people. He could care less about the people. He could care about Putin and Elon Musk.
Really surprised and shocked we don't have a little better help down here,
I can say is that we are still working through that process. It does take a bit of time when you talk about significant amounts of federal resources, but we're there to partner. We care very deeply about the people of West Virginia.
A West Virginia Homeland Security official told lawmakers Tuesday West Virginia's request for disaster assistance was different because the bluegrass state was overwhelmed by the disaster and sought immediate FEMA help. Past federal disaster declarations have taken some time, with the state required to document the scope of uninsured damage to gain private and public help from the feds. In Kermit, Bob Aaron, Eyewitness News.